Greetings. Welcome to Tubi Tuesday. That's right. Tubi Tuesday. Well, this is actually going to be going on slightly skiltered because I've been really busy this week. So this is going to be a week late. So I didn't do it last Tuesday, but you'll be getting it for this Tuesday here. So as anybody's been following, which I think there has been a few dozen, a few. I think we're I think we're averaging like 30 views per show. I guess people aren't as curious about Tucker's, which I guess as I am. But you know what? I still love it. I still want to talk about it. So this is a great opportunity to do so. Um, I think what really sort of hurts a show like this is yes, I can talk about it, and yes, you can go to Tubi and you can watch it, but the fact that you can't actually get a set of it, a physical copy of it, I think it really sort of takes it down a little bit. Um, because there's a lot of times when you watch a show like this, um, you want to go get it, and you can't. Um, Me and Catfish, we used to, my buddy Catfish and I, whenever we used to do our movie nights, we had, one of us would go to the other one's house, order some food, and then we had to pick two movies to watch. And it was always, you brought over a movie, he had a movie, and one of the best things you're trying to do is get the other person to go get the other movie, and which I did that an awful lot. That was a lot of fun. We'd be sitting there watching a movie that I picked, and I look over there, and there's Catfish sitting on his phone ordering the movie. And I think that sort of hurts us when you do a short run series like this, unless the company puts it out. Um, Warner Brothers is actually really good at that. Warner Brothers is really good at that. They do put out on the Warner Brother archives. They do put out short run series. I have a few. I've reviewed a few, and I've even reviewed one where they put it out and they only had 6 episodes in it, but they put it out for sale. I thought that was really cool. That would be Return to Westworld, in case you're wondering. So today we're talking Tucker Switch for the fourth episode of Tucker Switch. And the episode we'll be talking about today is The Curse of the Toltec Death Mask. And the synopsis reads, a stolen Indian artifact, nicknamed the Toltec Death Mask, indirectly leads to a series of murders when the archaeologist who stole it tries to sell it. And that basically really is it. There's an archaeologist named Dr. Harris. He's looking for this. They're all working for this mask. They find the mask. They find the mask, and the doctor he when someone sees them stealing the mask, a young Indian boy, he kills the boy. Uh, and there's a group of three conspirators in this. They're going to be selling this mask to an auctioneer named Jessica Price. So you have Dr. Harris and his cohorts, uh, uh, Jim Haskell, and let's see, who was the other one here? Wow, Eric Green? That's right, Eric Green and Jim Haskell. They were his co-conspirators. So Doctor Spielberg, or Doctor Harris, played by David Spielberg. So they're going to try to make a lot of money off this mask. What they don't know is there's a Indian shaman who approaches Amanda and asks Amanda and Rick to get the mask back, and he hires them. Initially, he doesn't. He doesn't pay them, but he asks for their help. It isn't until later at lunch that he comes over there and he pays them, and he pays them quite a bit actually. And this is the first episode where other magics are introduced. Like Amanda's magic is, we don't know exactly where it came from, but we do know that her magic is different from the shaman's because he does have magic, and the mask is a magical artifact. Now it's very interesting. In the last show that we covered, I mentioned that they showed very little of Amanda's abilities in that episode. Very faint. At that point, the lowest of the 3 episodes. This episode, they went the reverse. There's a lot of interesting magical power used on here. In fact, we get it right off the bat where Amanda is practicing turning on lights. She's practicing turning on and off lights. And this is probably the one episode more than any of them so far that shows that what she has the potential to do. She's able to teleport a key into her hand. I'm not. She's able to save her own life by by the very same thing she was working on, and that is turning on lights. And Rick notices the lights and knows that that has to be his wife, because that's what she's been practicing this whole episode. Uh, so Doctor Harris is definitely the bad guy here. He kills his 2 conspirators, um, and he arranges to sell the mask for $2 million to Jessica Price. He ups his price. He was supposed to sell it for $1 million, but he doubles the price, and of course she wants it, so she agrees to it. Um, Eric Green hears him on the phone, raising the price, and knows that they're being conned out of $1 million. He gets killed for his problems. Jim Haskell comes in there. He holds a gun on Dr. Harris, but Dr. Harris manages to get a short sword and kills him. So he is the mask. You could almost say the mask is corrupting him. They didn't touch upon that, but that's exactly what it was. It wasn't just pure greed. So the mask sort of reminded me a little bit of the mask, though while Dr. Harris didn't put it on, the mask itself has influence on whoever controls it. So that was really interesting, I thought. Um, and of course, they're tracking down Dr. Harris, and Amanda finds him, or he finds her, and he's gonna bury her. He puts her in a coffin, and he's gonna bury her alive. Um, Except there's just a very small air hole on the lid, and that enables Amanda to use her abilities to let Rick, who comes to the rescue, find out where she's at. So the mask is recovered and it's given back to its rightful people, and we see Amanda has taken a step up as far as her abilities go, which is a nice change of pace considering the episode before that didn't do that. Um, this was a pretty good show as far as cast wise. It has some familiar faces in it. Um, probably the more so would probably be Marsh Doucet. She played Jessica Price. She appeared in Star Trek. In fact, she actually appeared in the Star Trek, the original series, in what was considered the worst episode ever of that series, was the Spock's brain, and she played Kara in that. Doctor Harris was played by David Spielberg, who played in all. He's a fantastic character actor, and he played in over 140 different projects before he passed away in 2016. And Rick Fitz also is a very strong character actor, and he's still kicking. He's still acting, and yep. So he's still out there, and he also is really good in the role of Jim Haskell. This episode, it did drag a little bit. I'll be honest with you, it did drag. It wasn't really smartly paced. It's sort of like the story was it just didn't fit in the 50-minute time frame. It should have been a little bit more tighter, a little bit more faster. And that was my only complaint about this episode. I liked it well enough. I liked it the fact they allowed Catherine Hicks, more screen time and more showing her abilities, and so that made this episode okay. It made it good. It made it all right. All right, so that's it for Tubi Tuesday. Thanks for watching. If you're new to Tubi Tuesday, it was created by our good friend Al Descartes, aka the Bat, and we just watch and review stuff that we see on Tubi. And Tubi has really, boy, they're putting on some seriously good movies on that channel. There's starting to be some big blockbusters on that channel, and recent ones at that. It isn't just a classic TV movies or series anymore. Yeah, so I definitely highly recommend checking out Tubi. It's free. It's free. It runs ads. The ads are getting a little bit thicker. It used to be just maybe 1 to 2 ads. Now it's going up to 2 to 4. I guess that's the price you pay for a free streaming service, but still worth it. And there's a lot of fun series on there, so I highly recommend it, including Tucker's Witch. If you're new to the channel, please consider giving us a sub. Hit the comment, leave a comment down below. Hit the notification bell, and we will see you next Tuesday for Tubi Tuesday. Peace.